This is Tim, and I'm making this video to show you the results of the direct mail campaigns that we're doing, as well as how we're tracking the results, because I think tracking the results is very important so that you can see what's working and what's not. So you should always have kind of a control campaign that you use that you compare everything to, and then what we do is we do different campaigns and we compare them to the control, and then if it's working or if it's close to the same result, we'll keep that campaign and we just keep adding other campaigns, almost like layers of an onion. If it doesn't work, we don't get any calls, then we'll get rid of that campaign and try a different list. Now, this is one of our favorite lists, which is vacant houses. So this is a vacant house campaign for Jacksonville. But the main thing that I wanted to show you was not just the results that we're getting from the campaign, because as you can see, this campaign, and I have chosen last 7 days, but actually this campaign went out on Friday, and we've already got 18 calls. Today is now Wednesday morning, so these from last week, you can see by the analytics here, because we put a call tracking number on this campaign, and what happens with the call tracking number is it's a local number, but it forwards to another number, another local number. It could go to your cell phone or wherever you want it to go to. And then because it's an special analytic number, what happens is everything is documented, and we can pull reports and we can see how many calls came in. So these calls were actually, this is us setting it up, testing it. These don't count. The campaign went out on Friday. This is Sunday. You can see it flatlined. And then here on Monday, I think we got 4 calls on Monday, and then I think we got around 11 calls yesterday on Tuesday. So you can see the total number is 18 calls, and I'm going to show you those calls on the next screen. So now I'm on the next screen, and what happens is, since it's an analytic number, all of the calls get recorded. So all of your recordings will be here. You can see the time of each call. This particular call was 4 minutes and 9 seconds. This one, I missed this call, and this is actually the only one of the only duplicates besides when we were testing the number. We missed this call because I was on another line. I was actually taking these calls myself on my cell phone because I really wanted to close 2 deals before Christmas. That's my goal. I want to wholesale or flip 2 houses before Christmas. The guy did call back. I talked to him for 6 minutes and 54 seconds. His mother's 95 years old. She's moved up to Georgia to be closer, and the sister is in charge of of all of her financial situation. So he called back here, and that's a call coming in right there. He called back here and gave me her information. So that's why there's a duplicate on this one. But you can see here's another call, unique call, 1 minute 21 seconds. Here's one 14 minutes and 25 seconds. Here's one 14 minutes and 53 seconds. So you can see I'm spending some time here. I'm building some rapport, and I'm finding out what their true motivation for selling is. Here's another one for 104. Now, also, all the calls are date and time stamped, so you can see the times of the day. And you can see here, 2 o'clock, this is when the mail really started hitting. This person got their mail early, 11:42. Then at 2:04, 2:23, 2:59, 3:22, 4:08, 4:22. See how the calls consistently come in once those postcards get there. Now, if you want to find out more information about this particular lead, then you would just click on that blue link, and then what it does is it takes you to another page, and you can see here, you can see the campaign, you can the campaign name, the number, where it went to, where it came from, the number that it rang to. You can see the status, whether it was answered or completed or unanswered or busy in some cases. You can see the duration of the call. You can also put phone codes in here. So for example, if I wanted to put phone codes in there like hung up, not interested, made offer, call back, in negotiations, under contract, you can put phone codes and you can actually sort that way too. Again, the recording is here, and if you had a virtual assistant or someone working for you, and this was a good lead. Let's say someone was listening to the calls, then what they could do is they could just email this and click this link, and it would forward the MP3 recording to you, which is kind of cool. Or if you have a partner and you want to send it to them, or if you have an inside salesperson that negotiates deals with sellers instead of you talking on the phone, then you would forward that to them. So, or they would listen to it and forward it to you if it was a hot lead, and then you could help them close it. You can also see that the date here, this is actually from yesterday, December 10th, 2013 at 4:22. You can see where the call came from because it's integrated with Google Maps, and then you can put notes in here. And if someone were doing this for you, like a virtual assistant, when they added this note, it would actually do a time stamp and date stamp by the note, so you would know. And then every time you add a note, it would just be in order down below. Now, if you want to pull a report, then you just click on this Reports tab up here, and I'll show you what that looks like. So when you here, I'm on the reports page, and I just chose Monday and Tuesday, December 9th and 10th. I chose the campaign. I didn't sort by phone code, but you can also sort by those phone codes, like I was saying, you know, whether they were interested, not interested, you made offer. And then I just put show all calls. Now there's several report types, but the most popular is the answered versus unanswered, because you want to see how many calls you're missing. Okay, it's very important. So you click generate report, and then it takes you to, I'll show you what the report looks like. Now here I'm on the report page, and here you can see the dates are the same, the 9th and 10th. Total calls 15, answered calls 13, unanswered 2. Now you can see those over here on a pie chart as well. So I only missed have 13% unanswered calls, which isn't bad, but I don't really want any. And the way that you would use that is you would see what times of the day the calls are coming in and what calls you're missing, and then you might want to forward them to an answering service at that time if you're missing a lot of calls. But there were 12 unique calls on this campaign in just 2 days. That's an average of 6 calls per day. And since I've been on this call, making this video, I've already missed a call, and I know it was a call because I can see where it was coming from. So I'll have to call them back. But so that'll bring the total up to 13 unique calls from this campaign, and we're just starting the third day. It's 10 a.m. in the morning on Wednesday, the third day of the campaign. You can see the total minutes used, and you can also see the average duration of the call is 5.6 minutes. You can also see the days of the week that the calls came in. So you can time your mail. You send it out on Friday, it should be there on Tuesday, actually I sent it out on Friday, it was there on Monday, so because I sent it first class. And you can see the hours of the calls. I don't have that on this chart. You can't see the bottom all the way, but the red is the unanswered, and these are the hours of the day. So you can see I got most of my calls at 4 p.m., so that's when the mail mainly was delivered. So what that tells me is I need to be answering the phone. I need to be paying attention around 4 o'clock each day because that's when most of the mail is going to get there, between 2 and 4. So I hope you found this helpful and interesting, and I'll talk to you later.